guys, welcome back to Football Yarn episode 62. And while our eyes is locked on the Premier League title race between Arsenal and Manchester City, there's another war tragically coming on, and it's the race for the Champions League qualification. We have Manchester United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and maybe Aston Villa, could be lurking in the shadows. United fans like Mr. Lekon, the four-bullet himself, present in the studio today, is here to, give us his faith on Manchester United making the Champions League. And Mr. EY is here beside me. Unfortunately, it's Manchester United versus Manchester United. All I'm just here to come and do today is that make I scatter the two of them middle. Make I pour some sand for the Agari. And then from there, we talk about, Nigerian coach conversation, Eric Chelle demand as well. Some they talk, say that money we won't collect it too much. Waiting happen. So, family, now this is episode 62. No shouting, no bias. No shouting, no bias. Person we get that talk, don't know what they try talk. Just real football conversation. Welcome on board, guys. Football Yarn, episode 62. AY, how you doing now?
I do. The way you take bring us in, they battle you.
I did not, I swear.
You go talk your own. Calm down.
Sorry.
As they enter, you just sitting for belly, they sitting for body, and they give me ginger. I know Seleko go on shout today, but you go calm down. And then it was a very beautiful game yesterday between Manchester United and Everton. That's that game we won yesterday. It used to be one of those games that we would lose, because that game we didn't play too well, but we still found a way to grind out the result and get the maximum 3 points. And there's still more to come from this Manchester United team because obviously that team still needs a lot of quality players. But so far so good. Carrick at the wheel.
Carrick.
So the Kufa bullet. Why are you smiling?
I like
it. Be like say you get one get where you don't the toast.
As if I talk your time, the energy you used to bring on me today. I like him. I like the vibe. Before my energy did look before, but now I don't do an opium. You're not don't want me. See today, you talk about Man United. Let me first of all, I'll first introduce myself. Man of any inspiration. I say it. I know you talk without the see. Professor of love, doctorate in therapy. I have doctorate in many things. I mean talk to me. Gadola change. You change. You see waiting me. You beat Newcastle. You speak to everybody. I mean talk to her. I recommend myself to everybody. So let's talk about today. Talk about Man United. Yesterday. You see waiting my guys play mentality. I don't think they call mentality with that. Sometimes you will not play well, but you have that mentality. Let's go.
All right, talking about Manchester United, let's first talk about the EPL title race. It's getting tougher. Arsenal has already played 28 matches. Just 10 more to go to make it 38, and Arsenal will be crowned the champions. I know saying I no go agree with this. I want lot say.
Arsenal will crown champions. It's like the last.
I want lot say.
Like say now you go wear boots.
I want lot say.
Now you go wear boots.
So, it was for many Olote and for many people that wanted to banter Arsenal. Especially for someone like Lekon. I and Ola were talking. Unfortunately, Ola couldn't make it down because he had some engagement. We were talking and he was like, I had to call him on that Sunday morning that, man, Arsenal has got to win this game. Because I can't stand that Lekon guy in the studio. And he said,
no be sports you beat.
So you man. Why they talk for everyone? Crazy 2 points, there is gap everybody.
Crazy enough, if the results are turned out the other way around, Lekon, what would have been?
You don't go sleep.
What would have been your case? Lekon, you are the case of Tolorunba Leteri or Tamiba. Now the song will fit with that.
Why they go church? Why the guy go church? That game.
No, what would have been Lekon? What would have been your fire in this studio right now if it had been Arsenal that was defeated 4-1?
Arsenal, you don't go sleep. You and Mr. Ola. Mr. Ola will come. I will carry for us. You will come here today. Anybody don't go sleep. But that game, that game was very, very interesting. Sometimes you have to give accolades to even if they don't have them, just give them accolades. I enjoyed the game. it was really nice to see Arsenal, scoring goals without no be heading, no be just score normal goals. I like what that guy play. What team your striker? What team striker? Your team your striker name Daddy about.
You're correct.
You correct. I like what he play very well. He play like a number 10, like a no. You are finding it now just to find the proper number 9, and that game against Tottenham gave us that that energy of like being a top number 9. So Arsenal they try, but Man City league shot. Nothing can.
Yeah, it was a very beautiful game. Away from all the banters and all the trolling, I saw something different about the Arsenal team after they went. It was the issue it was the same issue that happened in the game against Manchester United when they went ahead, and silly mistake from Zubimendi also happened with Declan Rice,
yes.
And it was the scoreline was 1-1 at that point, and they went ahead after a few minutes. They showed grit, they showed zeal, and they showed maximum domination, because you have to give this kind of performances when you chase in the league. There has to be some sort of zeal to win this kind of games, and obviously it was a derby game, and you have to show that this is the reason why we are tied to contenders, and this is the reason why we want to win the league, and they needed to send a statement to Manchester City, and they obviously did that. And another thing, because obviously City did not beat Spurs over 2 legs. And that showed that Arsenal, any day, anytime, they can win this kind of games. They've got the players. But, like I always say, the problem of Arsenal is not City, especially this season. The problem of Arsenal is Arsenal. And because it is down to their mentality, and I don't blame them, and I also don't blame Arteta. You know why?
Right.
When you've been in this situation a couple of times, they've been in this situation about 4 times now.
Yeah.
There's some sort of PTSD that comes with it. You feel like, are we back to where we used to be?
Yeah.
Because last season, Arsenal were a bit far off last season. 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, they were very close. They went ahead with 9-8 points, and eventually they lost the league. They lost the league to City.
Imagine.
So I think they're having the same feeling again. But they conquered the feeling against Spurs. But Spurs will be Spurs. Spurs are also struggling. They've got some couple of players, they've lost them to injuries, and obviously the form is bad. A new manager is just in, and some players are also struggling for form. But to go to Tottenham Stadium and get the maximum 3 points, and also scoring 4 goals. I can't remember the last time Arsenal scored 4 goals in the Premier League. They've been struggling to score goals, and of course, a very good game for Gyökeres. You need your strikers. I said it some time ago. I said Arsenal attackers need to step up, because if you look at the goals they scored this season, it's either from Merino or own goals. They've had more own goals than some attackers. Apart from Gyökeres getting some goals, the other goals has come from Merino or own goals. So Gyökeres stepped up. Eze stepped up again. He's already had 5 goals in 2 games against Spurs since he's joined Arsenal. And also, some other players also stepped up. And good thing for Arteta, they are 5 points ahead of City. And something that is very, very important is you have to play before City. Because you don't want City to play before you. Because the pressure is going to be very, very intense. Now, the pressure is on City to win the outstanding against Leeds United.
Lekon, have Arsenal silenced critics?
See, and this kind of question doesn't worry me. They turn my stomach, because we all of us know where Arsenal they go this by May. I don't talk him since I go talk him again. Say carry camera with this. They on my phone. I talk him and say Arsenal are not winning title. Arsenal are not winning title. So no critics silence. Tottenham is 5 customer to Arsenal. That's the truth.
They're regular.
Their last game, Eze na hat-trick. Yesterday, before yesterday, almost hat-trick again. Even Gyökeres that is not good. That is just mediocre. Gyökeres mid. We scored this same brace against them. almost score hat-trick again. So no, it's not like a new thing. I not see anything. Everybody will, even me go, I'll beat them because they are not informed. Oh yeah, they are not informed. So
you beat them now.
Yeah, so nobody should come and tell me that because the Arsenal informed now, Arsenal back now. Nobody's back. Man, you are using 9 points to this thing. 9 points, not to 2 points. You're telling me you are back.
They're back to 5 points now.
Back with outstanding.
Yeah, City. Outstanding is like a game you lost.
Who is City playing?
So they are playing Leeds.
So what do you think?
It's football now. Anything can happen.
No. See. No, you talk about this. Look, talk like this. This is not football. This is war.
Let's see what happens.
This is war, man. I like war.
So, what does Arsenal need to do to silence critics? Say why? Because
Obviously,
Lekon is a big critic.
It might sound cliche, but obviously they need to keep winning because that's the only way you can silence critics. Because if you're not going to win this league this season, it's going to be very difficult, challenging for the title next season because you don't know the kind of Liverpool that will be showing up. You don't know the kind of Chelsea. You don't know the kind of City. You don't know the kind of Man United. You don't know the kind of teams that will be showing up next season. And if other teams use this season as a reflection, because when you look at this season, there are not so many contenders. Liverpool are struggling. If you use this season as a reflection, they are going to step up next season because we don't know if Pep is still going to be in the league. Other teams are obviously going to invest, and I don't think Arsenal will have it easy next season like this season.
Yeah.
Liverpool are not there. City, like I always say, this is not the vintage City team. The vintage City team, we are not going to be talking 5 points.
Yeah.
It will be City. It will be a question of how many points are City going to win the league with. They would have been far gone. But what Arsenal have got to do is that they are 5 points ahead. We don't know what the results between Leeds and City is going to be. Okay, City wins that game, it's back to 2 points. Yeah. But what Arsenal are going to be very, very careful about is not dropping points against Chelsea, because Chelsea are also, they are going for the Champions League places.
Yeah.
They also need points.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that 2 points is maintained till your visit to the Etihad Stadium. Right?
The point is that they can't maintain it.
Yes, that's the point. Because the Arsenal that we have seen in the last couple of weeks, sometimes they've won and it has not been convincing. Apart from that Spurs game, the previous games they've won this past couple of weeks has been, they've been scrappy wins, and they've dropped points in games that they were not supposed to drop points. Even when City dropped points, they also dropped. So they have to make sure that 2 points is maintained till the visit to City. And whatever happens in that game, make sure you don't drop point against City. A draw is enough. Because City obviously will be desperate. Because if it's 2 points between City and Arsenal, City will be desperate for a win.
Yeah.
They're playing at home and they are 2 points behind Arsenal. They'll be the one chasing the win. And Arsenal, I feel like we have the upper hand right there. So make sure that 2 points is intact before you play City, or else it's going to be City.
Nobody can silence me, because now that you are coming an agenda saying that they should silence the critic. I'm not even the critic. Nobody can silence me. I'm serving the living God. Nobody can silence me. See, me. Obviously, everybody knows that Man City will win that match, because Man City. See. I don't know. Is this kind of spirit where if Man City they third now or fourth, I can say okay, maybe Arsenal get chance, but Arsenal not get chance again, and because all the opportunity where they get to widen that gap, they lose them. So yes, it's a good one to see. Very competitive table standing, and I don't wish Arsenal luck.
All right, now let's leave the talk about the crown. But this talk we talk now talk about person who go be the crown. Now let's talk about of who go Champions League. You see, say this talk get levels.
Yeah.
As now they talk Arsenal and Man City, now talk about who go be the crown champions for the EPL for this season where we did. Now, maybe we talk about the Champions League sports now.
Yeah.
The matter don't they intensify.
Now to fire, I don't for.
We don't get Manchester United. We don't get Chelsea. We don't get Liverpool. And we get Aston Villa. We won't be like dark horse inside this matter. I mean, Arsenal are fighting for history. But now let us talk about people that are fighting for the UCL sports. United, they do well under Michael Carrick. You know, then they one kind thing, we won't near unbeaten run. You know. Before they come with this man
team in the Premier League this season.
Oh,
this January.
This year.
So I mean, Manchester United. I mean, this top 4 race. Me and the feel say na same with United go end up last.
That's impossible.
You know, you know. Some at times you have to leave the enemy to talk what they want to say. You know, enemy of progress. I call them, and they come in form of gun. They carry gun. They call some gunners. They be enemy of progress. You know, when you see person when they do it like this, they come for them. But let me leave them. See what Carrick has done. I'm still saying it. What Carrick has brought to Man United is different, and you could see that yesterday against what do you call them? Everton. I did not play well. From the start to from the beginning of that match to the end of that match, Man did not play well. But there's one thing that you will know about a winning club is the mentality. Even though we did not play well, we still want to win. Even though we are playing bad, we still want to win. And that's what they did yesterday. I'm talking about the mentality here. The mentality is back. The mentality of a winner is back. So that's why I'm saying that Man United is even, I can even say that's Aston Villa with the 3. They see they play. So the only space that I'm saying that okay, it's gone now is 1 to 2. But 3 to 4, I'm seeing contest for everything. See, so nobody should come and say that Man United is not doing anything. And again, I want to say this man has done enough for me to. I don't like whereby people are saying that because they should go and hire another manager. The manager they hired, Amorim they brought from Portuguese league on professional big managers. So what did you do for us? What you do for us? He carry us from 5th or 6th or 4th or top 4th or where are we? He carry us to 16th, and they call him. This man has done more than enough, and I don't know.
All right, guys, let's quickly move to Aston Villa this time around. I mean, are we underestimating Aston Villa in this race?
No.
Who do you think they are going to unseat? I feel they are going to unseat Manchester United.
Look, no. Well, for me, it still remains to be seen. But something is a bit off about Villa these days. They've been dropping points. It used to be about 10 points. Now it is back to 3 points between United and Villa. Just a draw will take Villa out of the top 3. What the other teams, I'm talking about United, Chelsea, and Liverpool, what they have is that they've been here a couple of times. When push comes to shove, they know how to navigate themselves, and that is something Villa, I think they don't have. You saw it last season when it was being between Villa and Newcastle, and Newcastle lost to Chelsea. They lost that game. I don't remember who they lost to, but Aston Villa also lost to United in the final day, right? I think what Villa need to do is, obviously, you have to keep winning to stay in touch. You have to keep winning because, obviously, United are winning. Chelsea, of course, in their next 6 games are very difficult ones. They're going to play Arsenal, who are obviously contending for the title. After that, they are going to play Villa. I think that is where it's going to be where there will be clear path who is going to the Champions League and who is not. Because whoever wins that game between Villa and Chelsea will probably close the gap or widen the gap.
Yeah.
Right? So that game will obviously be one of the deciding games. Because obviously United are still going to play Villa. I think Liverpool still have Villa. And United are still going to play Chelsea. They're still going to play Liverpool. But out of the 4 teams, I think Chelsea have got much more tougher games.
Yeah.
They still got City to play, who are contending for the title, and this is the wrong time to play City.
Yeah. They've got Arsenal,
Chelsea,
City,
Arsenal,
Liverpool,
they've got Newcastle,
and Champions League round of 16.
Yeah, and of course, and where thank you for that. I think the Champions League will also be a deciding factor because Chelsea they are still in 3 competitions. They still got the top 4 to 5-4. They still got the Champions League, and they still got the FA Cup. I think that is where United edge all these teams.
Yeah.
Their sole focus is only on the league, and like we saw, they didn't play for about 13 days. They've got time to rest, which the other teams do not have. They don't have that luxury. Chelsea still got 3 competitions to play. Obviously, Aston Villa also, Liverpool. So when the games start coming thick and fast, that is where we're gonna know the teams going and the teams that are not going. But I think March, April, those 2 months are going to decide the UCL spot.
And how about the angle that England is expected to receive an European performance spot? I mean, which means that the 5th place could secure the Champions League football. I mean, it's not certain yet. Yeah. Which keeps one of these clubs alive. I mean, Liverpool's short time schedule, it's slightly kind of they probably just have West Ham United and Wolverhampton Wanderers, apart from Arsenal that they have to pay. So, but easier game in rounds for Liverpool.
Yeah.
And looking at the fact that they are sitting on 6th, but why do we have so many question marks on Aston Villa? I mean, because on paper, Aston Villa is looking is looking strong. I mean, because Villa sit 3rd, just 3 points ahead of Manchester United. I mean, on paper, strong position, but in reality, it's looking complicated.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I don't know why people are not taking the Liverpool West Ham game seriously. Like I always say, the toughest team to play against is a team fighting for survival, not a team trying to win the title, right? Because there's always the title in sight the following season, but a team fighting for survival might not make it next season, right? And West Ham is going to be a very, very difficult game for Liverpool, even though Liverpool will be playing at home to West Ham. But I think that game, because when you look at the table and when you look at the difference between West Ham and Nottingham Forest, it's just 2 points. And Nottingham Forest will be looking at, West Ham will be looking at, okay, if you can get something out of the game against Liverpool, we can get so close to Nottingham Forest or even top them. Right? And there's something that we should not forget. West Ham, in the last, I think, 5-6 games, they've played so well. Even though they lost against Chelsea 3-2, which I thought that was down to some inexperiences and some pressure. And I thought Chelsea played better in the second half. But away from all of that, they've played well in the last 6 games. And I think that game against Liverpool is going to be very, very difficult for Liverpool. Very difficult. And something about Wolves these days is that games that you expect Wolves to be whitewashed, Wolves comes up with one of their best performances. Against Arsenal, who would have expected Wolves to come down from a 2-goal deficit?
Stage, and before we move to Eric Chelle in the next 70 minutes, we see that when it comes to there is so much about April and May, how we decide so much in the EPL. Yeah. So now it's looking as if probability can save Aston Villa. I mean, just like I have talked about, because of the experience and how it always come to play. Yeah. So what do you foresee, you as a seer, you as someone with foresight,
Thank you.
You as an elderly person,
Thank you.
With the proverb that says that when a small boy, they cut tree for forest, elders like you go know where the tree go fit drop. So, Lekon, quickly, let me stay on you now, and let's talk. I mean, April, May, what do you see in the EPL?
Thank you. Thank you. I like the way you come for me. You respect me. God respect you too. Do it. Not to be biased, or the top 6, except from United, they are saying UCL. all of them are still in Champions League, and they still have a FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the only team in that top 6 that is only focusing on Premier League alone is Manchester United. So if I'm saying Manchester United, I see them in third places. It's not a bias. I'm just stating the fact here. But Chelsea, no lie, Chelsea have been playing very well. They are constant. But the thing that is killing them now is inexperience, because it's a young squad. So I don't see them. I don't see them. I see them coming. I see them dropping points. I see them drop, because if you watch the last game, you see the last game, all those people that won their game. I'm talking about Galatasaray. I'm talking about Real Madrid. Talking about the level of all those people that most of the people that won their game, they dropped points. They lost points in their respective league. So I'm saying, so sometimes this pressure comes, and there's no how you can deal with it if you are inexperienced about. Talking about Aston Villa, I feel like Aston Villa are not compact again, and there's something missing. So I'm personally, I'm telling you that I don't see Aston Villa to. I feel like Aston Villa will drop points sooner or later, and Liverpool, good on for them. I see what they are doing. If they can still keep pushing, I still love Liverpool than Arsenal. So yeah.
All right, guys. Let's quickly move away from that. Lekon and all his love. I don't know who your love help. Just like why we always talk. Who your love help, Mr. 4 Bullets. Guys, there's something we need to talk about in the next 15 minutes, and it's something that's very poised. I mean, let's talk about we've talked about clubs fighting for Champions League survival to a national team, fighting for stability. Because why England top sides are battling over, European sports, Nigeria is dealing with something just as delicate. I mean, it's something delicate, take it or leave it, because this has always come to punish us. And we are talking about leadership at the top of our managerial status in terms of our football affairs, the Nigerian Super Eagles now. I mean, in club football, contracts are negotiated quietly. But in Nigeria, first thing, they always explode into headlines. I mean, Chelle delivered a bronze medal for us at the AFCON 2025. He restored defensive structure. To some extent, we can say it's steered the Super Eagles. And now he's asking for more. Not just more money, but more control. I mean, the report has it that is a 19-point contract demand. And also a salary increase from $50,000 to $130,000. I mean,
that's outrageous.
From 67 million
per month
to 148.
So and he's also asking for operational autonomy, infrastructural guarantees, full control over player sector, and perhaps most importantly, zero interference. There has been a clapback. Some are saying that it's demanding too much. I mean, others are saying that it is high time it demands, professionally. Because it's a demand for professionalism.
Well, you know what? What I'm gonna say is that you have to have done a lot to be in control and to be in position to ask for some certain things.
Yeah.
I don't think he's done a lot.
Yeah.
To say that he wants a salary increase or he wants more control. When the result is so clear enough, even people will say yes, it deserves all of this. The last AFCON, we finished what? Third. This one that was just concluded, we finished for third. Why did Parcero not ask for what's the money again?
If we ask for Jets now.
Before ask for I think it's a joke.
This is how we start. Now,
it's a joke.
Wait, if we refuse this deal and lose him now, how much will instability cost us long term? Because this is how we start all these things.
Let me tell you something. I always talk about this a lot. In football, the major thing is winning. It doesn't matter if you do it with 5 coaches in 5 years. It doesn't matter if you do it with 1 coach in 30 years, right? Yeah. The bottom line is how many titles, how many trophies, how many whatever you've won, and victories, which is the most. So I don't know why people want to talk about stability. Look.
All right.
What is? Hold on.
Wait, we've got 11 minutes more to just get out of the studio.
Yeah.
Don't you think we are reacting to the numbers emotionally instead of us evaluating the results? Lekon.
Evaluating, you said. There's nothing to evaluate.
Are we not reacting? Because would we question this amount if would we question this amount if a European coach demanded
it? No, Toby, there's nothing to evaluate here.
Why did you say no?
There's nothing to evaluate here. See, I don't blame him for coming out with his demand. I don't blame him because it was what our country has turned to. No, you can't be a coach of England. I mean, demanding that such ridiculous thing, outrageous thing. You call yourself a manager. You have not won anything for us. You won bros for us. We don't qualify for World Cup. And I come here from $50 to $130. So my Nigeria, do you know what that can do for Nigerians?
All right, guys. If Nigeria wants,
that's it for his wife to be finding posters.
if Nigeria wants elite standard, shouldn't we be ready to pay for elite money?
Look, let me tell you something. If you're talking about elite or whatever, the elite standard must have produced something, right?
Now,
what has produced stability?
So what stability? What stability?
What stability?
We need the situation.
Look, in as much is a coach that I think will do well.
Has potential.
He's got the potential. Yeah, that's the word. He has the potential to do well. But the reality is, he has not done nothing.
You can't demand.
He has not done anything. He won bronze at the at Morocco. At Ivory Coast, we also won bronze. So what I don't know the basis
right.
He's asking all of this.
What is asking now? Because Lekon is just coming out taking. I mean, are these luxuries or just basic professional requirements for a national team?
It's a joke.
It's a joke. Now luxury.
That's a bloody joke because you're asking all of this and you're asking a country that don't even know their fate if they are going to the World Cup or not.
She's a coach of Senegal. Yes, a coach of Senegal. And he asked this kind of thing. No, you mean the AFCON.
And we were the last AFCON, we were questioning his in-game management. He's still got a lot to improve on.
But for once, a Super Eagles coach is asking for structure.
We want structure.
And we are uncomfortable with it.
All those things we attached to them. Now just. At the end of the day, now the money be the cocoa.
If you don't do it,
if we deny him autonomy, then we shouldn't blame him when results suffer.
Baba, if you don't do something, if you ask for this kind of thing, we go do it for you because you don't do. You don't say if you do it.
What has he done to be demanding?
Coming out and asking for 1 million.
Guys, I'm starting to think now that maybe the problem isn't Eric Chelle demands. Maybe the problem is our standards.
What's the standard? Did you not know this standard before you came?
Nobody ask question. What is the standard? What's standard?
No, I'm asking us that maybe the problem is our standard.
See, if we don't let all deceive ourselves, did you not know about all of these things before he came? Oh, those things just came out of the ground when he was appointed.
I can't blame him. Because he's seen
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. He knew about all of this, and asking for such outrageous amount at this stage from a nation that has failed to qualify for the World Cup. You think Nigeria will play? The NFL will pay this kind of money. I don't think it is even wise to pay.
But guys, wait. I mean, let's talk about the salary. Let's talk about the place. Is it justified? Because this guy has delivered. This guy has delivered AFCON bronze. He has stabilized defensive discipline. He has raised tactical identity.
See, you go calm down. For here, you go calm down. Bronze for a nation like Nigeria at the AFCON is nothing.
The one with the private pass.
Bronze.
The one with the private pass. I say, he talks to me, wife, they fly first class. He said, what they do for house.
How about we talk about the place of market comparison? International coaches at competitive nations ain't similar or more what Eric Chelle is demanding.
Where are those countries? Are they not at the World Cup? Are we at the World Cup?
All right. Are we saying that Nigerian football economy is not ready for this scale?
See. Results obviously attract
numbers.
Attract incentives,
Yes.
right? When the result is good, when the mission is accomplished, then you can come out and say, okay, you can start making demands.
Yeah.
You failed. The team has failed. You can't come out and say, oh, I want what? Come on now.
All right. Let's leave now. Let's shift away from the salary, guys. Let's talk one of the real issue: autonomy. I mean, this is the core. Because now it seems that we're just trying to disguise under the shadow of the SUV, the house. What about let's talk about the place of the total control over player selection, friendly matches, campaign structure. I mean, those are the things a manager needs, and historically, that's where friction always begin in Nigerian football.
See, let me tell you something. One thing is certain: in a nation where we have so many talented footballers, it is hard for a coach to have total control. Don't let us lie to ourselves. There will be some little infringement.
All right, let's talk about the place of Ayo, because we need to jump out of here. Just 6 minutes more. Let's talk about the place of optics and professionalism. Because I know saying that the optics gonna the vex Lekon. The place of SUV, secure house, guaranteed power in Nigeria. I mean, those sound extravagant. But these are common. These are basics. Ayo, these are basics. These are basics. We know these are basics. I mean, ask yourself, if the NFF headquarters struggle with power supply and logistics, how do you expect elite preparation?
Now, see finish the course. Look, Eric Chelle don't see us finish. Now why they demand so outrageous things?
Lekon, is he asking for comfort or functionality? Is this request comfort or functionality now?
You cannot make demands when the targets were not achieved.
Now in a marketer.
The target was qualifying for the World Cup.
In a marketer.
He failed. He failed woefully.
This man is not asking for functionality.
At least get to the final of the AFCON.
Functionality.
Did you not fail?
In his demands.
He's asking for.
I don't say any function in his demands.
May go find one place.
What thing they ask for? Don't be even call the loan. If they ask for, say, may we leave that for rest. May we leave that for rest. Then they ask for us. Because this man never do anything for us.
Lekon, Nasi finish the course. Nasi finish. He has not done anything at all. He has not. I'm repeating it. Eric Chelle has not done anything at all.
See, right? That's 60 million. That's $50 where they collect go. This is like because. Okay, what has he done for us to say okay? He deserves all of this. If we are giving him all these things that he has demanded, it is based on potentials. Yeah.
What he can become, not what he has done.
What he has done and what you can become. What can
those are two different things.
All right, guys. Eric Chelle has drawn a line. He says, "I am the coach of Nigeria."
You should get
now the question is simple: do we want stability with structure? Or do we want to compromise?
You should get that.
Because if the NFF get it wrong, we are not just renegotiating the contract. We are
stability and structure. Look, what we want is victory. Win every game. Qualify us for the World Cup. Win AFCON.
May they go.
If the structure is right and you are not getting victory, it is all nonsense.
May they go.
At the end of the day, victory is the most important thing. If you are giving the right structure to nurture these players and to if you are not getting victories, but by the end of all these things are rubbish.
Perhaps the way I see this, look, I'm sorry. The way I see this, I don't see it as a salary negotiation. I quite felt it's a standard negotiation.
Salary negotiation.
See,
for where?
And that's how I feel. I mean, do we want a national team run professionally with structure, planning, and clear authority, or do we want another circle of half measures and interference?
If he wanted all of this, why can't they attach the 140k.
The NFF agree they are backing a long-term vision. The NFF agree they are backing a long-term vision.
Ask you one thing.
50 to 140.
Ask you one thing, Toby. Share multi-links. You know multi-links for now?
I don't know.
You know what? You know Starcom. Starcom phone. Share Starcom phone. They use Snapchat. You know Starcom phone they use Snapchat now. You never do anything for us. You can't talk say you want. You are possible now.
You know possible.
You never do anything for us.
He hasn't done nothing.
You are comparing to all those Europe. They've done something. Their CV, they brought their CV out and they showed us, and they say have done something. They say have shown potentials. You don't show any potential.
That's not right, honestly. I don't think that's right.
It's not now that she come. See, it's not now that she come in out with all those ridiculous. It's not out. It's not now. Now that we not go for work qualification. See, my cousin, we want to try to go USA.
No vex.
Now because of why you don't go.
No vex.
Come say you don't vex me, yo.
No vex.
No vex me.
Alright guys, that's our package. This is Football Yarn episode 62 before Lekon Vex and the whole stadium and the whole studio go turn to fire. I mean, from Arsenal sending a statement. It's about pressure, it's about power now, and it's about decision that shape the seasons and define legacies. Just like Eric Chelle has made his demand as towards the Nigerian Professional Football League. So now we are waiting. Ayo and Lekon Field doesn't deserve it. I don't know. But we understand. Thank you for riding with us on episode 62 of Football Yarn. Keep the debates alive. Keep the passion sharp. And remember, we don't just watch football. We talk football. We eat football. Lekon as a professor of love. He loves football. He digests football. He counsels football.
Everything football.
Ayo, yeah. He handsome football. He shaker for football. And that's a wrap on Football Yarn episode 62. Now football with a yarn, we know the what?
We know the needs.
Take on, what's the fact?